Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back to the Napoleonic Wars. We have another glorious 4v4 custom here for you today, as the Prussians are coming. And yes, they are here, ready for war, ready for battle. And oh boy, do we have a glorious fight set up for you here today. We have Prussia, we have, it's like a weakened version of Prussia, it's a Flanders 1815 Prussia. I think all of the cores here are low pointers. There's a battle of low pointers. We have 8-point Österreich 1805. We have joining the Prussians, that is. We have over on this side here, we have the Österreich, so Austria, Italy, which is a 6-pointer, and then we have 7-point Spain over here as well. So yeah, some really low points, and they are going up against some low points as well. I mean, the Rhinish army over here is arguably the strongest. It's a 9-point here for the French. We then have Naples as well, which is I can't remember the value of Naples at the moment. It's a 6-pointer. And then we have also Tyrol, I should say, France Tyrol, which is a 6-pointer. And then we have Denmark all the way over there on their own, which I think Denmark's a 7-pointer if I remember correctly. I could be wrong, that could be incorrect, but I think they're a 7 or an 8-pointer. So again, low point on the Imperial side. So yes, a battle of low points. And I'm intrigued to see how this one goes down, that's for sure. We're going to see some very different sort of like tactics. I mean, you're going to see obviously the Spanish have got like sort of guerrilla units as well. The Austrians, have a pretty decent cav, as do the Prussians, but will they be able to bring a lot of it in these lower points? It can be a little bit more expensive. You're going to have to, protect the armies that they have. There could be smaller armies, to be honest, as well. I mean, the Spanish maybe not. Their units are still massive. Look at them. 170-man units, 180-man units. We've got the provincial grenadiers here being sent forward. Oh boy, look at these guys with their fancy old hats, tall hats. And another one here as well. So yeah, looks like they're going to really rely on those grenadiers, and looks like the Royal Guard back here as well for their punching power, as they got just some general infantry that can't really form square or do much in the front line there. So it looks like, yeah, they're going to be facing off against the Rhinish player there. Looks like maybe Austria or Prussia here in the middle against Tyrol, and then Naples also looks like he could be either coming to support against Spain by the looks of it, or could also be just, shifting across so he can face off against this Austria player that's starting to arrive. Because, yeah, I guess maybe the Naples, like the Imperials, don't really know where this Austria, like Italy's going. They don't know if he's going to support Spain, or whether he's going to go middle as well and support his Austrian comrade or his Prussian ally here. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see, because yeah, it could end up being a nice 1v1 there and then a 3v3, or it could be shifted, and maybe Imperials try and hold with a 2 and try and then quickly mop up Spain, which this is a bit of a risk. We can't see the Neapolitan army, but they could just swing in from the right here and do some serious damage, but that would probably then shift across the Italian Austrian army, I'd imagine. We'll see. But yes, if you're enjoying all things NTW3 and would like to see some more Napoleonic action on the channel, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support, guys. It really does help out the channel. And yeah, if you want to get involved or send in any of your own NTW3 replays, then feel free to send them into my Discord. The link is down below in the description, as always, guys. And as I was saying, if you want to get involved in any battles as well, same place. Hit that Discord join button and get involved in some streams, some scenarios. We do quite a few on the regular on the server. Oh my gosh, we have a lot of Landwehr here. Tyrolia Landwehr. Look at all this. We have a Landwehr spam, and these are 228-man units, each of them. Oh my god. Clearly they were not capped. Look at the size of this force. Obviously, I think these are just mass, and they clearly then brought some, grenadiers over here for the real hitting power of the Austrians here. So we've got lots of German grenadiers here, all setting up, ready to go in. Yeah, you've got 5 units there. We also have the general here, Karl von Österreich. He is getting ready to set up. And looks like they've also got some basic line infantry as well, just scattered about, just to, protect and support the artillery there. So yes, it seems as though Austria here wants to use his grenadiers, support his cavalry, and maybe make a swing here and a push here to try and win the cavalry fight against the Danes. It looks like that is going to be the play that they want to try. Whether that will work, we'll see. It also seems like Naples is still over here with his general, so it seems like Naples might be a little stretched all over the place. Whether he's got to move his general, that also often does happen as well. But yeah, Naples could be playing a bit of a support role here with his forces a bit just about everywhere. Tyrol is now starting to appear on the battlefield. We have his infantry here. Looks like a lot of, yeah, I'd imagine lots of Bavarian troops in this army. They're coming forward to support. If I remember rightly, yeah, Tyrol is a pretty expensive corps, but I could, or like theatre of war, but I could be wrong. Looks like he's just going to spam out the old Bavarians for mass, I'd imagine. And they're not too bad. I've played with them recently, the Bavarians. They can be pretty decent. Certainly, the later sort of like period of Bavarians at like 1815 are pretty solid. Uhlans here, Schwarzenberg's Uhlans, scouting around in the forest. They're still hidden, you know, trying to get as close as possible to that Tyrol army, and then maybe just charge in for a little lancer hit. So maybe on those guns there. But yeah, here we go. That is most of Tyrol's army unveiled, and also some on Naples now starting to be shown as well. Yeah, looks like maybe Tyrol is going to support against Spain instead. It looks like maybe Naples is, you know, going to take his time, shift into the position here. Looks like Spain is now sending some stuff to block the Tyrol army, and he's also falling back as well. He didn't, clearly his team were like, yeah, this is not a space you want to be occupying. They were being baited in by the Rhinish army here, and they're going to be hitting the flank. But yeah, looks like Spain and also Tyrol here are going to be moving quick and hard and trying to like hit Spain and maybe hit this this Italian army as well, this Austrian-Italian army. So they're quite happy just to have a standoff here of the Danes with the Austrians and the Prussians, which it looks like that's going to be the case. It looks like the Prussians here really being, I mean, they're being steady and moving forward, but yeah, they're not exactly, you know, in a rush to attack anyone. They're neither going after the Danes, they're not really, you know, put the pressure on Tyrol just yet. The Cav could do with maybe, you know, I feel like being a little bit closer. Just, you know, just so that the Tyrol army knows that they're kind of, you know, having kind of being breathed down their neck a little bit. Well, these kind of look like guards or like level hussars or something for Naples. I don't really know Naples' like army very well, but they're not often picked. Yeah, they look pretty, you know, like chasseur cheval, like sort of like the same sort of like guard level as the French variant, the chevalier servants. That's what they're called. Look fairly similar to them, and they might be of similar quality. Yeah, Naples is amongst this blob of Tyrol troops as well. There are 2 or 3 infantry units of Naples in there, so yeah, they need to be careful with the Spanish because they could be about to get triple teamed here. And it doesn't seem like Austria is on his way, but he's, you know, still not quite in position just yet. It does seem otherwise Austria on this flank here, 1805 one, and also Prussia at the moment. I mean, Prussia is looking like it's going to come off the hill, but yeah, the other Austrian army looks like they're quite happy to sit on this hill with all their Landwehr and just wait it out. Take that flank. I mean, if you can just leave like a small force there and keep the Danes at bay, they can't see you, then you could maybe try and tie the whole Danish army down here while shifting a lot of the mass of the Austrians to come support. That would be a really good coup from the coalition if they can manage to do that. Manage to just almost make it a 3.5 versus a 3. That can make all the difference, you know, that extra half an army. But yeah, Spain looks like they're going to try and defend around this house. How wise an idea that is, I don't know, but they've set up their stakes, they've made their battle lines, and they are pretty much good to go. Yeah, we've got infantry of Almeria here and Santa Fe. They're all getting ready to set up. The tree line here is also, you know, occupied by troops, volunteers. Vizcaya. Got their top hats on. They're looking very, you know, very smart. And yeah, they are getting ready to go in. Also, you know, the Spanish keeping some, like, looks like some Tiradores. I get some light infantry here that they maybe just didn't think they were going to get back in time. There's some hussars here as well, some cav. I don't know how wise an idea this is. The whole Rhinish army is still here. It's not like they can really achieve too much. Just, you know, I wouldn't want to throw cav away too easily. Even if I'm Spain, you can kind of spam out quite a bit if you need to, which they have. I mean, they brought a lot of cav-heavy factions here, which is good for the coalition. Like Austria, Prussia, and also Spain all can bring decent, like, cheap cav and a lot of it if needed. And it looks like, yeah, Tyrol is going to just go straight on in. I mean, they haven't really coordinated this quite right, because the Rhinish army could do with getting down this hill. You can see their columns are slowly moving in the direction of Spain, but they're not, you know, in the striking position just yet, while Tyrol is pretty much good to go. Austria has arrived, the Italian army is here, so it's here to assist now with Spain, and now Tyrol's almost in a sticky position where he could get 2v1 here. Naples is supposedly here as well, but how much of Naples? There's a couple of units, that is for sure, about 4 it looks like now I can count in there. But yeah, Naples seems like they're stretched out, looking where their cavalry is and also where some more of their infantry is. Looks like they're in a sticky position. Actually, this is their general here. Probably Murat himself, leading his Neapolitan kingdom. And the first bit of blood is actually underway, and it looks like it's the Spanish losing their hussars that we saw earlier. And so they just lost them to some Rhinish hussars. And there you go, yeah, first loss of life there to the coalition. And the dragoons going in and taking out the Theodores. And there you go. A nice easy victory there for the French and the Imperial side. And yeah, here we go. The Rhinish army is now just about getting into position here. They're nearly within striking distance of those dragoons. All they really need to do is just send infantry down this road, probably across the stake line. Not much can stop them here. These infantry I don't think can stop them. The guns aren't really set up in position just yet. So that is definitely an opportunity there, I think, for the Rhinish army. If they can get down this road quickly, they've got a chance. And same with this this gun here. I mean, if they go to the right of the gun, then the infantry, the Spanish infantry protects them from Spanish artillery, which is quite handy. Just go down that road, and they've got a good chance of, you know, storming in. And here we go, the Spanish going in for a charge, going after that a gun there of Tyrol, and in they go. That's a kill, or it should be. The red lining. Maybe it won't be. They probably will rout the gun, but it'll be because of the the Bavarian infantry shooting their own artillery crew while in square was the real reason that was lost, not the cavalry. But still, job is done. The Lancers weren't expecting to get back. They have done their job. They've taken out the gun. That's going to make this line fight a lot more bearable here for Austria and Spain, who otherwise would have had a cannon also blasting into them, which would have not been pleasant. Allies have captured the buildings. Yeah, the coalition have got the volunteers of Biscay in that building. Don't know if they're actually any good in melee, but, you know, at least they're in there. It is like a 72-man building, and they have a 70-man unit in there, so they fit in just nice and snug. Yes, it looks like we've got more Theodores here, you know, again, chipping away at the Neapolitans. Looking a bit, I feel like their uniforms look a little bit like the Portuguese ones. Cool. There you go, stop blasting, boys. Yeah, Naples is not really here in full force just yet. He is sending more forces forward. He's taking his time, that's for sure. It seems like he's brought a lot of cav. Which, I mean, for a faction that is led by Murat, I guess your cav is pretty damn good. It's interesting looking like Ulan sort of guys here. They've got the Polish, like, sort of style hats, but they haven't got a land. So I guess they're maybe like a dragoon, maybe? I don't know. I really do not know. But then these guys very much feel like lancers here. Here we go. Looks like Naples is going in. I don't know if they're decent in melee, really. I really don't know enough about Naples, but these guys are getting point-blank range, that's for sure. They are big units. And you ready, boys? Start blasting. Honestly, I'd leave it to the French to do any meleeing. There you go. I'd like the Rhinish army, I think, is the one I want meleeing. I mean, the Spanish aren't exactly excellent in it, but they have got some, like, grenadiers back here, which are in the second line, which they're ready to counter. The risk, I guess, is for the Spanish, though, is if the first line breaks, it will destabilize the second line, because morale, you know, it has a knock-on effect in NTW3. But here we go, Bavarians going in. They are waiting for the Neapolitans. Go straight in against some skirms. An easy win for them, but the Grenadiers now counter-charge. Just as I said they would. And this looks like, oh, that's the ships from the breaking up. But there you go, the Bavarians been scattered. Looks like they're not having so much left down the rest of the line either. Neapolitan cav going in to counter those Grenadiers, which can't form a square. Yeah, they look like they're like Jews or something like that. But yeah, morale is not great actually, and they are breaking through. There you go, this is not so great. The Bavarians are breaking through a little bit here. these guys is what are the backbone of that sort of defense. And it looks like Naples also tried another charge here. Looks like they took a lot of losses on the stakes, but also did do a bit of damage to these infantry here. But yeah, there you go. The Grenadiers are breaking. Tyrol is actually starting to slowly break through the infantry. But there you go, a charge from the units here of Austria might relieve some pressure. Tyrol here did not form square. I don't know if he could. And here we go. Prussia is also now arriving to threaten Tyrol's flank, forcing some of this infantry back, which otherwise could be really needed. This push here against Austria and Spain. And it looks like the Rhinish forces are going to be joining this fight in a moment. And there you go. Do your bit, boys, do your bit. Here comes the Cav again, going into the side of this infantry. Starts jabbing them, boys. If they can break a couple of Spanish units, there'll be a knock-on effect for the rest. And there you go, you can see infantry of Almira already sort of like served by French routing. And the Dragoons there have been shattered. Wow, I'm surprised. A 92-man unit still. They might return. Big unit of Dragoons. But yeah, the Bavarians here are doing well right now. We've got Dragoons here from Prussia also trying to slow down the Bavarians. There they go. Send them packing. And we have, yeah, more large units coming over here. Chevalier Guards 113. Yeah, more Uhlans. Yeah, big units there. Getting ready to go in. It's looking very chaotic right now. The French are sending the Spanish packing down this road, which I thought would be their weak point, where they would go in. The guns here are chewing through the French infantry. They need to avoid these at all costs if possible. The Neapolitan lancers here might have an opportunity to go in for a charge, that's for sure. Cav is looking like it's a bit of a stalemate here. Both sides don't really want to commit too much. But yeah, it looks like here we go. Spain might be about to commit in. Some lancers going for a side charge here and around these Dragoons. Oh, sorry, no, he changed his target and goes in for these sort of like very elite looking cavalry here of Naples. And yeah, it looks like they are pretty elite. They are unfazed by the lancers and they can rout them by the looks of it. There you go. The lancers break, and now so does the French infantry here. But now the Neapolitan cav going for the guns. Looks like Spain again is going to try and save his guns. He's going to go in for another charge here with the Caballeria de España. And there you go. Again, that might be a better charge because Naples do not get charged themselves. He'll be on the back foot there. They just need to keep this gun alive, and it will save his flanking because it is absolutely rinsing through his French infantry here. Neapolitan cav again needs to be careful. He's going to run onto those stakes, but it's looking very messy in this tree line down here. Guard Real is holding the line against Neapolitan infantry. Glorious they are. And there you go. The Neapolitan cav has negotiated its way through. I don't know what it's going for. Oh, it might be going for the general actually, Gabriel Medisval. I don't know if that's how you say his name, but it might be going for that. They routed anyway, so that ended pretty quickly. Cavalry here again managed to survive that elite Neapolitan cav. Really nice to see. Again, they could get that gun if they wanted to. The 9-pounder there, begging to be taken out. And the Dragoons here are protecting it. So I mean, yeah, the infantry here is just getting swamped by Chevaliers and cannons. It looks like the right for the French is looking pretty bad. Denmark has arrived. A little bit, just a little bit. It looks like he sent some hussars, dragoons or something. He managed to rout some of the Prussians here. Prussia is now coming forward. He's trying to take out his German brethren, Bavarians. The Bavarians are trying to desperately get into this LOC here, trying to occupy that. The Austrians are holding on. They've got to. Their Grenadiers here, the Hungarian Grenadiers doing their bit. Yeah, they're trying to, hold the line. Again, there's a lot of round troops going through these lines, and it's probably upsetting the Austrians. The Bavarians here, form in line. They're going to try and hold against the Prussian overlord. These are like all actual line. They're not reserve musketeers or Landwehr or anything like that. They're proper Prussian infantry. There's a lot of them. There are Landwehr over here. They might flank around. I mean, there are just some skirms on the flank here. Nothing to stop the Prussians flanking in and doing some real damage there. Where the Austrians going to go in, I don't know. We'll see. France is going to try again on this right flank here. It looks like they might have got the gun this time. We've got Chasseur Cheval going in, they're routing. Looks like some of these Italian line infantry here. Looks like the flank is starting to crumple here for the Allies. The cavalry corps though is still alive, like the Chevaliers and Dragoons here, the Spanish have just fallen back. Yeah, they're left. The coalition left. The French right is looking a lot better now. It's almost switched. It looks like the left, the Imperials is looking very good. That is not looking so great now. Denmark is quickly scrambling across to assist his Bavarian ally. But the right is looking a lot worse here as the Rhinish army starts to arrive. Bavaria is still coming into the town. It's not slowing down at all. Boys spearheading the attack, really are. So the Dragoons are just going to go in. Not a bad idea, but the guys might be needed for the matchup, but forming on that left flank. There's nothing else that could go in and save this? Maybe not. There isn't a lot left in the town. Really, Prussia's got to get some stuff in there. I guess with the arrival now also of the other Austrian army, they are kind of matching up again for Cav quite nicely. But here we go, in goes France. Looks like he really wants to try and challenge this Austrian cavalry with this tiny little unit, maybe tie it down. Yeah, Austrians have none of it. He's like, nah, we're getting out of there. We are running. And it looks like the Spanish cavalry are going to rout. The Bavarians going to hold strong. And there you go. They routed one of the Bavarians, but didn't get the other. It's a bit of a win for the Dragoons. They were getting shot in the flank. It's just always going to be a rough one for them. Here we go, columns of Prussians coming forward. Wall up, men! For the Kaiser! Subjugate these Bavarian rebels. Fighting against their own German kin. Yeah, it looks like France hit mob. Oh, there's a Chevalier. Oh no, Luan. Overextended. Getting run down by Dragoons. Unfortunate to see. And here we go. The Spanish lines here, very vulnerable. Looks like the Hussars or might be Cheval. They're going in, taking those guys out. Castores here, and yeah, they're all vulnerable to cavalry charges. That's not great. Here come the Dragoons, slamming into these guys. They're about to see a master out there of Spanish troops. More infantry's actually been thrown in. The cavalry there got forced back by the Chevaliers of Austria. They're going to have to send in more cavalry if they want to continue with this attack. Which it looks like they do. It's a cavalry-orientated attack right now. There's not any infantry to support this. Yeah, more Dragoons could go in if they wanted to. Chevaliers here are kind of, you know, shaking steady redlining. Would be a pretty decent target to take out. Doesn't seem like the player's interested in it though at all. France is going in hard with these Dragoons here. In amongst Renses. So there's other Austrian infantry in there as well, yeah. Oh. Yeah, there you go, the Chevaliers going in against, looks like some Dragoons. Chevaliers rout. It's unfortunate to see. There you go, we've got Karl Civilat in there as well with some more Chevaliers. And this is, the Prussians are now squeezing the flank. The Bavarians. There's infantry here in melee. Looks like the Bavarians just excel in melee really well. It's their French training clearly. They're told how to use a bayonet. This one is redlining, and that might be asking a little much. See, but I mean the flank. It looks like the Prussians could really threaten the flank because they've fallen back of the have the Tyrolean army and also the Neapolitans. I mean, they are thinning out these Bavarians. It looks like a lot of them are now routing. There aren't many of them left. It's pretty Naples there. Naples and the Rhinish army really threatening
this building has fallen to the enemy.
Yet to really make an appearance, I'd just like to say. The building has fallen. So there you go. Yeah, it's now fallen to Naples. It looks like the Prussians are going back in. Ah, no, it's this French unit here, the Laguerre unit by the looks of it, though. Managed to win the day. French Cav, it looks like it's been very successful as well. It's gone in deep and it has gone in hard. They've routed a lot. There's only a Grenadiers here now arriving for Austria from the Austrian spam army, which is still stood here, by the way, I'd just like to say, against Denmark. Denmark, I think, has some elements of his army to support his allies, but it looks like most of his forces might still be here. The cannons are still firing. It looks like there's just like tiny little cav unit that's just dotted about here. That might be about to go in and get some guns. It's a bit of a win.
A unit has grown weary, sir.
But yeah, it looks like Denmark and the other Austrian army really having a bit of a standoff. It looks like Naples and the Rhinish French army are on their own. But I guess they're not on their own because they have each other. There you go, the building's been retaken. Prussia has retaken this building, so that's going to require someone else to go back in. It looks like it's going to be the French again going back in with another, looks like, the Guerre unit. The Prussians fighting the French in melee. I feel like it's the Rhinish campaign. 1799, it's kind of like of that era where just everything could melee pretty well for the French. They lost, as I said that. The French lost that melee fight. I guess they also rely on mass, so that's probably why they melee so well. Yeah. French cav falling back, whether that will stand, I don't know. If they get one good shot off on it, maybe not now. Screen line. Yeah, if they manage to get one good shot off, that could have been a win there. Yeah, it looks like some Austrian troops have been shifted from that spam army over there, like the Grenadiers have now joined here. They will add to the backbone of this army. They'll help be able to fight for that building. French, I don't think can take it if there's all these Grenadiers here, but we'll see. And most of them can form squares, so it's going to make this cavalry pretty defunct. But we'll, again, see. The French and the Neapolitans kind of running out of steam. Naples, sure, is looking very low on troops here. Prussia has almost 3 times the amount of infantry units here that he has, I'd have said. And the Cavs trying to dash in behind, trying, you know, cut off any sort of retreat for the Neapolitan army. We've got guns here for the French that are going to get caught out by looks of it as well. That's unfortunate, but that is unfortunately the life of an artillery unit is killed when it gets left behind. Like some cavalry just gets in behind and takes it out. Oh, a general's died. Whose general has died? Naples. Is that from running over a state? I think that's from running over states, if anything. So that, I mean, that is devastating for Naples. I mean, his infantry won't stand now. But yeah, I think that's from running over states. I don't think it was from a rogue shot. And another general's just fallen as well. Who's that that got killed? I don't know. That might have been Bavaria's. Like, or Tyrole's, I should say. Well, Bavaria, Tyrol, same thing, really. That might have been theirs, I think. Which would leave just Denmark's and the Rhinish armies. Which I think is the case. Yeah, the Rhinish army's general's here. He's not looking too great himself, but Denmark's then the only one that's left alive. And Denmark is now coming forward. I'd just like to say he's finally decided it's time to roll the dice and get up this hill. He's got good shooting abilities, which will be a good match for the Austrians. And he's got to start blasting through these Landwehr pretty quickly if he wants any chance of success here. Prussia has also left some Uhlans here to support. And we've got one Grenadiers. What's the sort of cav fight that is inevitably probably going to happen? Well, we'll see. I don't know if Denmark sent most of his cav that way to support. He did send some, and they then got blasted to pieces. Yeah, Denmark is now coming forward. So we'll come back to that in a moment, as it looks like the definitive sort of like action around this building is probably about to happen. Looks like Austria's, you know, flanking around the French here, getting ready. Cav is being mustered deal with the French. Oh, was that Denmark? Wow, Denmark got a cav unit right in amongst the mix. I didn't even realise. I don't think the players did really either, because I mean there's a general here, Perch, and also Ferdinand von Bunder. Bunder? I don't know how you say his name, but yeah, they were both at risk of being killed off there. That would have been embarrassing there for the coalition if they just lost their generals then. You know, it would have been a huge haul for the Danish, and they've got another cav unit here waiting in the trees. Can be seen by the coalition, but they don't care. But yes, obviously Denmark's and most of his cav over there. It's just his infantry really left here, and I think Prussia's realised that now, because he's now swinging around his Uhlan cavalry here, his Uhlan lancers, and he's going to try and get them in behind. go for the non-squareables. Whether these are ones left in the back and all square. We'll see, they look a bit more like lifeguards, these ones. He might be going for the cannon first, which is fair enough. That cannon is isolated, to say the least. Can I get a shot off? We'll see. They're loading it. The Ulan cavalry need to get a move on. Oh, they might. There is a Landwehr one as well, so I mean, if they get a good shot here, they could just break it. There you go. Get a shot off here. There you go. That might just rout the cav. Yeah, look at that. They're going to lose, like, sort of carriages for the guns, the gun carriages, but the gun will survive. Those mobility was kind of what we relied on. But yeah, there you go. I guess it's a win, I guess, actually, for the Danes, because that cav now can't harass the back lines of the Prussians. So, a good win in that sense. Looks like also Denmark brought some of its own massage, some militia to come forward, which is good to see. And there you go, a general has been killed by... I don't know whose general that is. Whose general is that? I do not know. It wasn't Ferdinand or something, no. Ferdinand's still alive. Perch, maybe? Did he go on a bit of a mad charge? I think he might have. I think Perch might be dead. He's gone on some, like, sort of willy-nilly charge, got himself killed off in a forest filled with Danes. And that is unfortunate. So, yeah, Prussia, I think, now is without a general, I think. Yeah, it looks like these are all line infantry here. That's a line infantry in the building. Yeah, I think Perch, the Prussian general, got himself killed, which is unfortunate for him. So yes, it looks like now, I mean, they're just going to bottle up around this building again. It's basically back to square one, just with a lot less forces for the Imperials here to try and make a breakthrough. The Rhinish army trying to re-rally some infantry. It's got its cav forces that are still alive, but very much depleted. And that is pretty much it. I don't think Naples has really anything to offer. There's a couple of units here that are re-rallying. That is about it again. And the Prussians here just sniffing about with their Landwehr Uhlans looking for some kills. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that one goes down. We'll shift over to this side here, which is where the real sort of like deciding battle is going to be made, I guess. Chevaliers there, they're sending those. Looks like some Danish cavalry send them packing. Yes, it does seem as though cavalry superiority is with the coalition. Actually, that lance unit rallied as well. That's not good. Could they now swing them in behind because the Danish general is just here? I'm sure he's protected. He's got to be protected by some cavalry of some sort, I would have thought. Yeah, seems like the Danes are coming forward. It's the last roll of the dice for these boys. The red coats of Scandinavia. Looks like they're going to box up almost. They've got their flanks like with infantry formed. Whether they can't form square with those infantry, which is why they're like that, I don't know. But the general definitely needs to get a little bit closer. I feel like there's also a gun here. Maybe he needs to cover the against the Chevaliers. But here we go. Tyrol Landwehr. They can get a melee against it. They've got a good chance, I feel like. Or maybe the Tyrol Landwehr wants melee. I really have no idea. But yeah, here we go. Danish infantry set up. They're going to start blasting. I'd have thought that this would be like any sort of Landwehr spam. Like you have a lot of infantry, it takes a long time to sort of whittle them down and make them break in a line fight, but you don't want to get these guys into melee. And imagine, well, maybe a melee like head-on is fine. I think it's the flanks. Landwehr don't really like their flanks are sort of like under threat, which is why they break quite often. Like the mass of the unit is actually can work in melee. Certainly, I've seen Prussian Landwehr in a melee fight do okay as long as the flanks are secure. And this is the problem here for Denmark. This Landwehr Ulan has returned, as I feared it might come straight in for the general. And yeah, you can see the general is running for his life. We have also this infantry here running forward. I think just trying to blast point blank range, but I don't think it's going to get much of a choice to. Yeah, Denmark's actually turned around with the infantry here to try and shoot the Ulans. They need to start firing now. Their general is in danger. It's an exhausted unit, so this is the longest and slowest charge I've ever seen. Oh, It's going to be close. They're redlining. And there you go. That is lucky for the Danish general there. Breaking those Uhlans. Just a mere touch of the general onto the Uhlans there. If that worked out as it had, I guess if they killed the general, these Landwehr here might have just descended on the Danish line and just broken them. I'm not sure. I mean, they might not necessarily have broken them, but they would have done some damage. Here we go. Boys, these don't look like they're too well trained, these troops here, because they're holding their gun by their, like, sort of, down by their side, a bit of weight, not over their shoulder, what the more trained troops will do. And I can hit melee somewhere. I can't see it. But they have a melee gem. Maybe that's because the cav went in. The melee sounds stuck on, I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks like they are giving it a go. Over on that side there, yeah, France and Austria still just kind of like look at each other, just having a bit of a line fight. That probably serves Austria better, I would have thought. How about an even? Winning slightly, losing slightly. Yeah, they're actually on a bit of a variety there of choices. But I mean, Prussia arriving on that scene should help swing things in favour of the coalition. But we are back with the Danes. And there's some Grenadiers. I think these are either Grenadiers or Lifeguard Grenadiers. They are for sure Grenadiers. Tell from the mitre hats with the light blue feather on their hat. I'm pretty sure this means that they're guard. They're going in. They're going in against a typical German line infantry. Oh yeah, the morale actually for the Danes is not looking great, and they're breaking in a few areas. So this Grenadier charge has to work, because yeah, the Landwehr spam is working. Looks like the Danes are going to get pushed back. I don't know, it's hard to say. I mean, this could have all fallen apart, this Landwehr spam, if the Danes select cavalry over here, but they don't. We could have got in behind some rear charges, and with the shots in the front of them and then also being charged in the back, they would have broken. But yeah, here we go. Chevaliers coming in. They've seen that the Grenadiers have committed. Looks like the general, he's trying to get out of here, but his infantry's breaking all around him. And I think this is the end of the Danes. The boys are charging in, giving it one last hurrah. Yeah, there you go. They're routing on the mere sight of the Austrian Landwehr. That is unfortunate. Yeah, this Tyrolean Landwehr is going down for Danes. Yeah, I think the Chevalier should catch or we'll see. He's in some pretty exceptional defense as general here as the Danish player. I'll give him that. Now we have militia against militia. And it looks like the French will be getting most support from their Danish allies. It looks like the Danes are probably going to crumple here and die. Oh, one of the Danish cav returns. It's a bit late, but it is back. You can charge at least one of these Landwehr, I guess. We'll see the effect. Is there any effect of just routing them? Maybe not. Head-on charges don't seem like that was a smart idea. Yeah, there you go, they routed. I don't know if this one had already routed once and returned, but yeah, charging head-on is not a smart idea. Even though the axe is not that great, the sheer amount of guns that you're like charging at, some are going to hit and do some morale damage. Landwehr's getting in amongst the general. I think the Danish general accepted defeat, and he's charging. He's got routed, and yeah, with them routing, that means that the Danish army is pretty much capitulated just there and then. We'll shift back over to the other side here, where the French are giving it their last attempt. I think they've seen the Danes have died. It looks like they're going to probably make their last little go of it. The Grenadiers of Spain here actually tried to go in, failed. I'd like to add. We're going to here chipping away at the Prussians. This might work if the infantry I was going to say the infantry here meant to commit or just close it. As I said it sounded like a good idea, but these infantry are going to hit hard. The morale is dropping quickly. Whether they've lost their general, no, he's still alive. Oh yeah, they broke pretty quickly. Now they'll be able to go in. They've managed to break one unit here with the dragoons. Now they should probably have been able to get in, I'd imagine. A little too late now. And yep, the Rhinish army is also starting to disintegrate. I wonder where the army losses also come into it a little bit here. They're now cavalryless. Not that it seems like the coalition have any cavalry either, so it's just going to be a straight up infantry brawl, which might suit the Rhinish army with their 5 units remaining. It looks like the coalition is going to give ground. They don't want to get in a melee fight. They want to stand back and start blasting. To be honest, they also want to... Oh, it's just because Naples has arrived on the scene with his 2 little units here. I guess the building is what they really want to try and retake. They don't know if they have enough to do it.
Their general has fallen!
Another general has fallen. That'll be the Danish general has gone. So yeah, there's 3 dead Imperial generals and 0 coalition ones lost yet. Prussians, oh, they're just shooting. This is all that Tyrol has left. They did a good job. I mean, Tyrol did their bit with the Bavarians. They got in there. They managed to break through and get into the house. And they held off the Prussians as well. They just did their bit. Naples, I don't know, like they went for a lot of cav it seemed. To try and, I guess, maybe supplement Bavaria's sort of more infantry spam. And their cav, I feel like, didn't get breakthrough a lot. Got stopped quite often by the Spanish cavalry. And then the Rhinish army, I feel like they'd both attacked at the same point. Like with Bavaria and the Rhine, if they attacked simultaneously. Like, Rhine wasn't too far after the Bavarian assault, but if they attacked simultaneously, they might have crumpled the Prussians. I certainly think they could have got move on and got down the throat a little bit quicker, because the Spanish were still setting up, and they were getting close, but not quite in range. It's hard to say. I mean, Spain obviously did the right thing by falling back, because otherwise they would have been, like, swamped by players. They would have been surrounded and taken out. I mean, Spain is still pretty much dead, but, you know, they've inflicted a lot more damage than they would have. They were just isolated on their own. It's allowed Prussia and Austria to get over here and support them. Again, setting is a line fight. I mean, this will be something that Prussia and Spain won't mind. These Neapolitan troops here, very little morale, no general. And I mean, Prussia can just come in with the Landwehr, flank with these units, and then just charge down the line. There you go. Naples already is breaking. Do the same with this unit here. Just work his way down the line, and then go into the Rhinish troops. I don't know if any Grenadiers are still alive. Doesn't look it. Doesn't look like any of the Austrian Grenadiers survived. Oh, actually, well, these ones have survived. I think they've shifted back and forth, depending on where they were needed. The Danes looking like a bit of a threat. It looks like Austria, 1805 here, sent his Grenadiers and his cavalry back in that direction. But now he can come back over here and finish what he started against Rhinish France. Looks like they're going to try and go down the road, maybe? It's very difficult for the French to, I think they can't really be too aggressive. You've got to play it defensively, just take as many guys as you can with you. I think at this point, the game's up, there's not much you can do with 5 units left. Naples here is probably about to shatter any moment now. Whoever this general is, I hope he's quaking in his boots, because he's about to be captured. Or even worse, shot. Maybe that's better, to be honest, to get killed. Killed in battle, die with your brethren. The French men, like French comrades here. I don't know what this formation they're trying to set up here is, but maybe about to go for a melee charge here. The French should march across the line of fire. Yeah, very chaotic. The Naples managed to rout one of the Prussians. The Prussians go again. So, oh, actually, wait a minute. The Prussians lost their generals. So it's 3 generals lost. the French to one coalition. So I think that the Prussians also have no general, which is why their morale is doing horrendous here. And they might actually stop this Prussian charge here. Naples. See, I know they rout themselves, and the Spanish get routed here. And so did the Prussians. And the French now descending onto the Austrian troops here. And it looks like mistakes were made here by the coalition in making an attack. France is now going in. They're blobbing a little bit here. Here we go. In go the Chevaliers. I think he's going to encircle this French push here. And the Grenadiers are now arriving as well. Chevaliers should finish them down. It's a magic. There you go. One French unit breaks. That could cause the rest around. Here go the Prussians in with line infantry. And they should shatter these guys. Or maybe not. Or maybe not. There we go. They're all gone. Now there's just a few random French units are still scattered about here, but we're just going to fast forward now as we wait for the coalition to make up their mind on what they're going to do. But yeah, pretty much the battle is over now. Yeah, the French and their allies are going to lose this one. But it's a fun one, and it's nice to see like unusual corps or like armies being used. Yeah, like so low points or armies that definitely don't get used very often. Made for a nice change, seeing like Tyrol and Naples, you know, actually having some hitting power because they're facing similar sort of like level like armies. Austria, you know, 8 point, you know, you do see it occasionally, and also like the Rhinish campaign you do see quite often. But still fun to see them in action, and you know, having a bit more of like an important role, I guess, is like 8 and 9 pointers. Like they're actually like the big hitters instead of like the 10 or 11 and 12 pointers. Yeah, there you go. It does seem as though it's just the general left who's going to get charged by Prussians here, and that will be. Oh no! Where the heck did this come from? This is a returned French cav that's just been like lost to the abyss, but it's now lost its general. Where did this guy disappear to? And it's going in for a Chevalier. It's going into the Spanish jet, I think was his target, but there you go, routed. But yeah, that was unexpected right at the end. Where did the French keep it out their sleeves? That could have been useful a little bit earlier. But there you go, guys. That is the end of today's battle. We have the victory screen here, and hopefully the end results as well have been put up by yours truly. Yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. This was sent in by G, who was playing as one of the coalition armies. I think he's playing as as one of the Austrian armies. So yeah, we can see his end results here. So yeah, he was spamming out all these Landwehr here. I did the old Landwehr spam, so well done to him. Yeah, glorious battle. Yeah, 173 kills with his Landwehr. I don't know if they also were farming kills at the end, but yeah, you can see his kills here if you want to have a look at them. Like a lot of it in the 150s, lots getting. Like the Tyrol Landwehr did their bit in this one, that is for sure. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show support. And go and check out the epic Napoleonic battles that are now on your screen. If you haven't already, there are some glorious ones there. And until next time, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.